Okay, let's now have a sample for group frequency distribution table. Now, as you can see, we will be using a group frequency distribution if we think that the range are high and if there are a lot of data. Okay, I already provided a table here and I will be discussing this one by one. So what is LI, UI, beams, and then this one, you're already familiar with frequency, relative frequency, cumulative frequency, and the percentile. And these are our requirement or the formula that we need to compute in order for us to get the data for the table. Again, we go back to the max, we compute again for the max. So equal sign max, and then open parenthesis. Now, some of you might do this, so you might highlight this, so like that, you can do that, but you can also do the other way. So we also have other way. If you think that there are no other data to, or no label, for example, or even if there's a label, you can just do this. So you just have to highlight the column, and then you wait for the arrow down, and then just click it, and then close parenthesis, and then enter. So there you go. So the highest here is 60 for the mean. So we do it again. So open parenthesis, equal sign mean, open parenthesis, and then this one, close, and then enter. Okay, now for the range, we just have to do this. So equal sign, and then you just have to highlight the max minus the mean, and then there you have it. Now if you want the count, again equal sign, so the n, open parenthesis, you just have to click this one, close parenthesis, and then enter. Okay, so that's how you're going to compute it. Now here, we'll be having formulas here, and we'll be using some functions in order for you to get the answer or to get the whole number. Okay, so for the k, we just have to get the square root of n, right? Okay, so we have here equal sign. So what do you think will be the formula for the square root? Okay, so the formula for the square root is SQRT. So that will be for the square root, and then open parenthesis. So what's the number? So it's the n, and then close parenthesis, and there you go. However, if we want to round it, so what are you going to do if you want to round it? Okay, so if you want to round it, again, we will be using the round function. So from the equal sign, we will have this round function, and then open parenthesis, and we want it whole number, right? So whole number, and then 0, and then close parenthesis. So again, you look at the formula. So we have the square root of d5, and then look at the parentheses. Now, if there are a lot of parentheses, the colors of the parentheses will differ so that you can see the pairings of the parentheses. So here we have white and red, right? Okay, and then there you go. So we have 6. Okay, next, what are we going to do with the next one? So we have here, so this is the class size. So what will be the class size, or in each category, how many numbers will be there? Okay, so what we're going to do is to have this one. So we will be dividing the range over k, right? So d4 minus d6. Okay, so we have 6.83. However, again, we need to round them. So what are we going to do? We do the round function. So equal sign, round function, open parenthesis, And then, again, whole number 0. So, we got 7. Okay? So, we have now all the formulas that we need to compute here. Next, we will be getting what is the Li and what's the Ui. Okay. So, the Li refers to the lower interval and the UI is the upper interval. So, lower interval will be the lowest score up to the highest score in that category. Okay. So, we have the lowest score at 19. So, we will put 19 here. Okay. And then, there should be six categories here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I actually added an extra one for the totals of frequency and relative frequency. Okay, so we'll put 19 here since it's the lowest. So, you go to the lowest interval. So, if that's 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, for the upper interval, okay, so, we'll just add plus 7 here because there are 7 numbers in each class or category. So 19 plus 7 we have, so 19 plus 7, so we need to do a formula to make it easy, right? So equal sign 19 and then plus 7. So we get 26, right? So we do it again here. So this one, equal sign, this one, plus 6. Or, sorry, plus 7. So I can do it. So like that. Okay? So that one. And then we highlight these two and then we drag them up. Okay, right? So we got 19 plus 7, 26 plus 7, 33 plus 7, and then you have it. So you can also do it here. So 25, and then here, so we have equal sign, you copy this, plus 7, and then another one, equal sign, copy this, plus 7. Okay, and then you highlight these two, and then you drag them up. See? So, the interval now will be like this. 19 to 25, 26 to 32, 33 to 39, 40 to 46, 47 to 53, and 54 to 60. Okay? Now, what will be our beans now? Our beans, you just need to copy. Since in the simple frequency distribution, they're looking for the beans. What we just need to copy is the upper interval. So again, for the beans or the beans array, we just need to copy the upper interval. So Control C, okay, and then Control V. So you just copy them. Okay. So now we're done with 3 columns. Let's go again with the frequency. So again with the frequency, what you're going to do? So you just again highlight the frequency column. Make sure that the first cell in the frequency column is in white, and then we equal sign frequency, and then so open parenthesis, what will be the data array? So this will be the data array, and what will be your beans array? So it's the beans, close parenthesis, and don't enter it right away. So again, you have to click Control, you have to press Control, Shift, and then enter, and then there you go. So there are a lot of scores from 19 to 25 as you can see. And what should be the total? So if you want to see the total, again, editing, and then auto sum, you'll get 40. Okay, so there you go. So again, for the relative frequency, all you need to do is to have this equal sign, and then you have the frequency divided by 40. Again, what are we going to do in order for it not to move? So we put $sign and another $sign, and then enter. And oops, there will be 3 decimal places. Okay, So you can actually do this. You see this one? You can actually do this. So here in the number, in the ribbon, so you see number. So there are moving, or you can increase decimal or you can decrease decimal. So you can do that. So to increase decimal or to decrease, you can do that. But just to be safer, we can do this round function again. Round, open parentheses, and again 0, 2 decimal places for the relative frequency, and then enter. And then again, so go back to that first relative frequency cell, and then double click. Okay, and then there you go. And then if you want to get the total, so again editing, and then auto sum, and then enter. Okay, so the total just exceed to 0.02 because the scores are rounded off. Now let's proceed with the cumulative frequency. So again, we'll just have to copy the bottom number of the frequency, which is 14, and then we have to add it the next cumulative frequency, the lower part, we have to add it to, so 14 plus 9, so equal sign, and then we copy this, and then plus this one. Okay, so we get 23, and then this one, so we have to copy 23 plus this one. Okay, so now again, so the Excel can read it, so we can drag it up, and make sure that the highest is 40. So 40 and 40. Now let's go to percentile. So again, we compute for the percentile. So CF, tapos divided by the N. So we have I9. So just to make it constant and the number will not move, so we put $sign, and then times 100. So we got that. So again, 100, and then we drag it down, or either we double click. Okay, so you have it. Now, when you want to round off, so again, you can just do this. If you want to round off, you can do, okay, so for all, so you can just do this. Okay, and then there you go. So we have here the group frequency distribution table. Okay, and that is for the frequency distribution table.